What's up, guys? Today we're reacting to some more Dr. Nowhere. Let's get right into it.
Dr. Nowhere's Office of Wonders presents the Oddity.
We're not even a minute in, and there's already something creepy. Dr. Nowhere's Office Wonder presents. We're 7 seconds in.
Oddity Compendium, a beginner's anomaly education program. Welcome to the Oddity Compendium.
The beginner's anomaly program. Like, this is the training video to become an anomaly. What?
Today, we will be learning about many wonderful and strange oddities that exist inside of, outside of, and around your universe. These strange phenomena can range anywhere from life forms, products, and organizations to even events of anomalous time period. Important, the following information has been acquired from realities that may be separate from the one you are currently residing in. Please be aware that
the excitement mark has a face. A very scared face.
knowledge or comprehension of incompatible information may result in a conscious reality fracture.
Okay. What? I always sleep with a cold fan. I guess that's why I never noticed my bed trying to eat my flesh. This house doesn't have it upstairs. This house doesn't have it upstairs. And then it just goes to Headless Corpse. Where are you gonna find that? Is it just in the house? The music's nice though. I'm a very slow reader. It just said creativity was a drug. And drugs are bad. So is creativity bad? Okay. Don't do drugs, kids.
Flesh-beds or mattress folk are a species of parasitic subhuman that highly resemble bedding mattresses.
Flesh beds or mattress folk are a species of parasite subhuman that highly resemble bedding mattress. I don't think I have one of those.
The body of a dormant flesh bed.
The body of dormant flesh bed. appears in identical. The body of a dormant flesh bed appears identical to a standard mattress. However, slicing the thin sheets like skin reveals a soft limb-like appendages and a humanoid head which hides beneath the skin. What?
Appears identical to a standard mattress. However, slicing the thin sheet-like skin reveals many soft organs, limb-like appendages, and a humanoid head which hides beneath the skin. They were first discovered in the late 19th.
The first time he started reading it, you couldn't tell what he said. But now you can.
60s, when the mattress company was surveying excess storage. Upon finding many seemingly pristine mattresses that had not been sold, they gave them away to thrift shops and people in need. The people who received the mattress folk initially had no issues with the faux beds. It wasn't until the air began to warm up that these beds awoke from their uneventful hibernations.
Well, I'm safe because my air is always cold. I live in an igloo.
First recorded victim was 19-year-old Alice Bidger. She had been sleeping on a flesh bed for roughly 6 months before her sudden disappearance. After noticing the stench of sulfur and rot originating from her bed, her family called authorities, and the inside of the mattress revealed a feasting parasite, several hundred human bones, and the half-digested Alice. The method in which mattress folks sustain themselves is by waiting for the body heat of a host to...
The diagram. It's so hollow, but also full at the same time. Okay.
Wake them from their dormant state. Kind of like an egg, but not nearly as tasty. After they wake, they slowly unfold themselves from their soft mattress-like bodies. This process is very gradual and happens underneath its body or on its side so as not to be detected. After roughly a month of this process...
So, this bed already has sheets on it. I'm assuming. What if you just put another... Does it go through the sheet you put on it? Or does it get trapped? Or does it not have a sheet and then you put sheets on it and then it just fuses with the bed?
Processing on the night 70 degrees Fahrenheit or higher, its head and arms fully emerge and pull the sleeping host into its body, where prey is slowly digested.
Wait. So can it just appear out of multiple sides of the bed, which we saw, or does it just only appear out of one specific part of the bed, depending on which flesh bed person you have?
Not much is known about how these sleeping beauties came about, but it is theorized that since they are subhuman, they were once a branch of Homo sapiens that merged with a mycelial network many years ago. Autopsies of flesh beds' digestive systems have revealed DNA samples from thousands of different people in each instance, some even tracing to people born during the 1600s. Another odd thing to note is that the mattress folk themselves contain DNA belonging to humans as well. One instance shared DNA in a blood type with Napoleon Bonaparte, leader of the French Republic during the time that the mattress...
Okay, so... Do the beds consume the person and the person becomes the flesh bed person? Is that what happens?
Folk were assumed to have come into existence. All in all, it might be a good idea to throw out that mattress that feels just a bit too warm lately. You might be sharing it with something unwanted. Good night, sleep tight, and don't let the dead bite.
My room is never warm. It's always cold. So I guess that's why I'm safe. Let's continue. Headless macrocosm. Headless macrocosm.
A headless macrocosm is a sub-reality nearly identical.
I butchered that pronunciation. It's a macrosm. Not even a macrosm.
To Earth save for the fact that instead of humans, pale headless corpses remain in their stead. These corpses, though technically dead, do weakly breathe through the holes in their necks.
I feel like I've seen
their hearts have also been observed to begin convulsing
but it had a head.
random intervals. These beings are identical in appearance to one another aside from physical dimensions, which can vary severely between each corpse. The headless sub-people dwelling in this pocket reality have been observed changing their behavior when humans have physically interacted with them, and apparently gain a level of awareness and vitality when such events occur. There are approximately 2,393 living humans residing in this reality, all from parallel Earth. Every single resident recounts waking up in the headless macrocosm after falling asleep under strange circumstances back in their home.
Is it just me, or does this look like a face? That looks like a face. Is that where their head is? Inside of them? That's why they're breathing so weirdly?
Home realities. No one back in their own parallel homes remembers their faces or identities, which leads to the belief that this place could be a form of anti-reality. A waste compartment of the universe used for aspects of reality that are useless or harmful to existential fabric. The humans that live in the headless macrocosm are assumed to be taking shelter in abandoned structures and banding together to search for plant-based food during the warmer times. Fun fact, humans have plant-based food during...
The climate in this reality is often below freezing.
The warmer times. Fun fact, humans have coined multiple terms and nicknames for these headless corpses, such as stumpies, cranes, and ichabodies. Despite that...
If it's always below freezing, how does it get warmer? If it's always below freezing.
Sub-reality being detached from main reality, an incident took place which created a temporary tier between the two. A man residing in the headless macrocosm was walking through a field with a small house in the center. Upon reaching the house, the man unintentionally brushed up against one of the breathing bodies. This body, just before motionless aside from the labored convulsions, sprang to life and removed the head of the man. It then proceeded to attach the severed head to the stump of its own neck. The man's name was Michael Hedford.
Okay, so they don't like being touched, so just don't touch them. If you don't want to be headless like them, just don't touch them. Also, why did it go crazy? The video went crazy for a second.
After the
When
corpse
saying
had
his
placed
name.
Michael's head where its own should be, an event occurred back on Earth in the year 2061 that resulted in governmental intervention.
It doesn't like saying his name.
A family's call to the authorities described an impossibly tall naked figure appearing in their backyard. The presence of this oddity was highly distressing to the family, and they remained inside their home until the situation was resolved. The following photograph depicts this figure they spoke of. Michael Tedford's rock.
The face you are looking for no longer exists. What? Like I was saying, I feel like I've seen one of these before but it had a head. Because it was in the last video I did on Dr. Nowhere. So go check that one out. I'll leave it in the link in the description below. Let's continue on.
twin head is affixed atop its frail neck. Shortly after the photo was taken, what was left of Tedford's existence was removed from the premises and taken to an upscale anomaly testing site. Apparently, this corpse was attempting to quite literally become Tedford by wishing off of his existence. These breathing bodies appear to be in a constant state of yearning to reconnect with the roots of reality again. These breathing bodies appear to be in a
Okay. There was a sound playing, so we couldn't hear it. Apparently, this corpse was attempting to quite literally become Tedford. Why does it not like saying his name? I don't know. By leeching off of his existence, these breathing bodies appear to be in a constant state of yearning to reconnect with the roots of reality again. As they've been taken a hold of by a dangerous and contagious disease. Like from the fleshbed people, there was like, it said a non-existent disease on the bed flesh people. And did the bed flesh people are the bed flesh people turning them into this?
Off of his existence. These breathing bodies appear to be in a constant state of yearning to reconnect with the roots of reality again, as they have been taken hold of by a dangerous and contagious disease. This disease appears to be non-existence itself. It can affect anyone on Earth at any time, and once it takes hold, the headless macrocosm deems you valid for residence within its endless meadows, filled with fellow patients. But don't worry, it's a rare diagnosis. Another fun fact.
Yeah, from the fleshbed people.
Man-made structures will form seemingly out of nowhere in order to correspond with the structures on parallel Earth. As mentioned earlier, the headless macrocosm itself functions like a digestive tract of the universe.
Why is the house moving?
Structures may be antibodies attempting to fight off the virus of non-existence. Now then, check your head. Screwed on tight. Quick, because you might want to hang on tight to it for this next one.
Oddity 3. Obelisks of Enlightenment. What?
The obelisks of enlightenment are a collective of monolithic beings that are currently residing in different remote locations across the world. Also known as the Fathers of True North, they appear in groups of 1 to 8 and stand anywhere from 10 to 150 feet tall. Each obelisk is levitated just barely above the ground and facing geometric north. Though most of them reside in remote fields and deserts, they have also been found floating above the ocean within the vicinity of the Bermuda Triangle
in the desert.
They are moving just ever so slightly and progress approximately 2 inches forward a year. These obelisks are enlightened in the infinitely vast secrets of the universe, and are constantly vocalizing the excess information as a means of ways to counteract the overwhelming intake of knowledge. Though currently enclosed and monitored by government entities, many people have wandered into these locations prior claiming to be following the sound of angelic singing.
I feel like I've seen those things before. And in an actual photo of the desert, they didn't have a body or a face. It was just the pyramid things, the long pyramids. I've seen those before.
Alluring emanating from these obelisks induces a massive increase in general intelligence in subjects.
My first time watching this video.
Folklore refers to the frequency as the sun of the divine contour. Each obelisk's biological elements are
also
thousands
those
of feet
strings
into the sky to make a
or
metaphysical
whatever they
connection
weren't
from Earth to the
attached.
universe.
It was just a
It is assumed
pyramid
this is a form of knowledge worship, an attempt to make a mortal sacrifice for an immortal honor. Fun fact. These organs are confirmed to be those of the humans and other biological matter that were absorbed after enlightenment. Upon perceiving the words spoken by the obelisks or entering into close proximity with them, the human brain either spontaneously expands and combusts or receives an ability to comprehend the sacred information. Talk about being open-minded. Whenever a subject is able to comprehend this knowledge, they are biologically absorbed into the obelisk, becoming wholly unified with the being. It is not entirely understood how these anomalies were brought into existence, but they seem to be tears in the fabric of reality akin to black holes. Many speculate that these rifts were opened by ancient giants who were dissatisfied with a lack of Earth's.
We're talking about the pyramid things, right? Now what is that to the left? Okay, let's continue.
Knowledge. Many unnaturally large humanoid skeletons have been found underground adjacent to obelisk sites. Further,
pyramid things. Is that what they look like inside? Anyways, I actually seen those pyramid things with the one eye in the background of the Egyptian photo in actual Egyptian photos.
Supporting this idea, when the obelisks made their debut on Earth, they aided in the construction of the pyramids of Giza by bestowing digestible levels of sacred knowledge onto Egyptian pharaoh Khufu after he was lured into the desert by their beckoning chords. This knowledge would help Khufu rationalize a possible blueprint and method for building these grand tombs, and they were made into the shapes of pyramids as a tribute to the divine structures. All in all, these obelisks may seem malevolent, but it's important to remember that no physical pain could ever outweigh the agony of infinite knowledge.
Oh, it blinked. I paused right when it blinked. If you ignore the pointy pyramid thing, the face just looks like it's wrapped in a blanket. Or has a very long beard.
Now, looks like our time here may be almost up. But before you go, it's time for bonus oddity.
Bonus oddity. Philbus.
This is Philbus. It is not known where Philbus comes from or why he is here, but there have been a number of people who, after consuming media depicting Philbus.
It looks way too familiar, like I've seen this specific thing before. And the name also seems weirdly extremely familiar, like I've heard that before.
Philbus has felt the overwhelming compulsion to practice Philbism. Philbism is a political and somewhat religious ideology which centers around the belief that building/consuming chairs and other wooden furniture is honoring Philbus' great sacrifice. It is not clear what this sacrifice is or what it refers to. Attributes and practices of Philbism include learning to build chairs, learning to properly digest chairs, promoting/discussing chair consumption on obscure internet forums, praising the fixed.
What? Learning to build chairs, learning to properly digest chairs, discussing/promoting chair consumption on obscure. So, Philbism is just eating chairs. Seems normal enough.
Political candidate known as Philbus, who is said to advocate for making furniture consumption a socially accepted and widespread practice. There are so many wonderful things about Philbism.
I Philbus. There are so many wonderful things about Philbism. Consume the body of Philbus and become one with others. Today, it's a great decision. Just eat your chair to get started. This chair. I don't have a wooden chair.
Hello,
Philbus.
It's a great decision. Just eat your chair to get started. Any mention of Philbism and elaboration on the subject will eventually result in it becoming a sponsorship or advertisement of sorts. We have no idea how to avoid this, sorry. All Philbists will deny the existence of Philbism when directly questioned about it. This video was not in any way sponsored by Philbism. This is for educational purposes only. Philbism does not even exist. You can sign up for Philbism certification here. Party of Philbus today. For sure, would you look at the clock? It's just about time.
I don't know what he said. You can... Oh. Why? Oh, he's half chair. I just noticed that.
It's just about time for us to part ways. cleansing process will now commence. This purely auditory procedure will ensure you do not come away from this with any ailments from beyond contracted during your viewing experience. Please close your eyes and do not open them until told to do so.
Okay. Okay. I have my eyes closed. I thought I heard something at the door. Hang on. Philbus was at my door. And for some reason gave me a chair to eat. I guess let's get back to the video. It's slowly
You
moving.
may now open your eyes.
Watch.
Thank you for complying. Thank you for attending Dr.
Oh, that was
Gilbert's Office
him.
of Wonders.
Okay.
We hope that you enjoyed your stay.
I seen something. There's no way you're gonna notice this. It's a little doctor nowhere. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, like the video, and if you want to see more gameplays and reactions, consider subscribing. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.